So, the main purpose of these Nuzlocke vlog videos is actually, I would argue, to make me write, because I have to report in the top right every week how things are going on my channel, what I've written in the past week, what I'm working on, and that keeps me writing. That because it's embarrassing to like show up for a Nuzlocke vlog and just have no fucking writing done. And to be fair, my fiction prose writing, which is what I should write, what I should work on more, that is so much harder than video writing. Like, that's why videos normally have sort of, actually, I'll keep it out front because we're trying to catch. Videos normally have kind of inflated word counts for what I've written that week. Although, that said, this isn't inflated this time. I genuinely did have to write that fucking much this week. Oh, God. I wrote so much. I'm checking my notes. Do I have... Yeah, I've got it. This is Dupe's Clause. I got up the Suwaddle. I wrote so fucking much this week. Oh God. And the rain is like causing a bit of lag. I spent all of New Year's... Like, hold on, let me... Yeah, I wrote a lot. I spent all of New Year's Eve and all of New Year's Day writing on my rewriting the ending of Homestuck video, and it just went on and on. 8,000 words for my recap and analysis of burning down the house. So fucking long. Oh my God, I think I'm genuinely estimating that this video will be more than 6 hours long. It's gonna fucking kill me. I've officially began work on my 6.5, 7, maybe longer than 7 hour Homestuck video essay called Rewriting the Ending of Homestuck. I did 3 minutes last night, and I think if I do 3 or 4 minutes every night, which isn't actually that hard, it didn't take long to do last night's 3 or 4 minutes. Do 3 or 4 minutes every night, more on the weekends. I will get this video done in time. It's that's like 2 hours per month over 3 months. That's more than doable. I can do this. It's just gonna be fucking hell. It's gonna be constant work on this. Just if I do a little bit each day, it isn't so much, but it adds up to just hundreds of man hours. I'm going to by the end have put into this project, and I'm okay with that. Because I want to do this video right, and the video works better if it's all in one than if it's broken in half. And I think it's a very important essay. Or not important, but it's an essay that I'm excited to have done. And I'm out here catching a Pokemon, so we have a comment response in this video before I go on to fight Clay. But I am ready to get this video done, and it's going to be a lot of work. I've got it, you can see on the schedule, I've got broken out by week what I need to do each week. That isn't exact, like the act date week is going to kill me. That's just a lot that week. Burning down the house, actually I split it into 2 entire weeks for it. I have 2 weeks of leeway built already into my schedule, which is good, which will help. And I mean, I'll be able to work, like the last month of like working on things, I'll be able to buckle down and do more because I won't be working on D&D stories or another video essay. Speaking of D&D stories, today we had penultimate episode of Empire of Steel come out. Next week we have the final episode of Empire of Steel, which I'm about halfway through editing. Should get that out in time. Yeah, that's going good, and I also finished at the same time as I'm writing all this for the Homestuck video. I finished writing my Batman video about World's Finest and how fucking weird that series was. Let's get a comment on screen so we can respond to it. Clockwork is what I'm naming my Amoongus after. But yeah, I got that Batman World's Finest video done writing, and that shouldn't be too hard. It's only about 6,000 words, and I mean, I'm going to be doing 6,000 words every week pretty much for the next 3 months. Um, Clockwork Spiral says, hearing takes, and this is on the epilogues video, hearing takes about why people despise the epilogues sometimes is wild. Like, people will literally go, I hate Candy. Everybody acts like a caricature of themselves, and the pacing is so bad. Actually, I'm going to evolve you into Stoutland before I do that. Like, I don't know how to break it to you, but you're literally standing on top of the point and wondering where it is. The story is literally dissolving around them because there's nothing important, nothing relevant. Hey, wait a second. Nothing that's actually needed that the story can add. And all that's left underneath is meaningless fluff that feels more and more long the longer you sit in it, as it is practically shouted to at the reader by John Edward, the everyman perspective, who the reader projects themselves through as they have a breakdown over the in reality of the situation. Like, yeah, it doesn't feel real. Grass is green. What else is new? And that was like my big fucking point in the epilogues video. Like, I'd heard for years, this is terrible. Don't read these stories. They're terrible. They just ruined everything and everyone acts out of character. And they finally open them and this is a fucking AO3 screen. Like, oh, that's fucking deliberate. That's like the points of it. It's like John's this observer of reality breaking down and people acting weird, and people get this story about reality breaking down and characters losing themselves to this dissipation, and they're like, why is everything like it's breaking down? I don't get it. The story's not fucking subtle. We can argue about how well the epilogues how well they capitalize on their themes, how well they get them across, and whether it's a good story underneath. I would argue it is. But, like, it's not thematically fucking subtle. It's like, so many people, this is just like a bad fanfiction. Yeah, it starts with the fucking AO3 screen. And Clockwork Spiral goes on to have some really, really fucking good analysis of the themes, like at a deeper level, honestly, than I did in my epilogues video. I get why people defend Attack It, saying it's just a criticism of fandom concepts, but the kinda misses the forest for the trees. Fandom concepts is like the base of it that I would argue, like I tried to frame in the video, it's using these fandom concept deconstruction as a way to get into this really thoughtful and interesting analysis of these characters and give these great emotional moments. Yeah, you can point to the very existence of Calliope and Caliborn as a meta dig at fandom people, but also more so just the epilogues answer the very pointed question of teetering between do you want to mean something, be substantial and fulfilled despite the cost it incurs, or do you want to keep on living, safe in a comfort that you hopefully never have to question? It's not exactly a far cry from the myth of Achilles, his choice to go to war and die a hero, always to be remembered, or to stay and live forgotten but safe, or even Hussey's next attempt at trying to beat an analogous concept into people's heads with Cyclonials and its symbolism of the sword opposing the crown. I need to read Cyclonials. Like just side note, interrupting this comment, the people who recommend Cyclonials to me are people who get the epilogues and think they're good, and that makes Cyclonials sound good to me. And like the people who say Cyclonials are just bad, like dumb, random clown bullshit, are the people who I don't really trust their opinions on Homestuck. So I think Cyclonials are probably good. I'm gonna read them sometime. What will you do when faced with the prospect of being forgotten, the potential of ceasing to exist from the perspective of character within the story that's about to end? To those who find non-existence, non-definition, void to be a fate worse to death than death, what lengths will they go to take what lengths will they take to keep that from happening? And yeah, that's Dirk's whole thing, is that he's scared of non-existence. He's scared of the story ending, so he's keeping it going through any means, even if that means hurting the people he ostensibly cares about. And he's a great villain. The Homestuck Epilogues are so fucking good. The Homestuck Epilogues, I just love the Homestuck Epilogues. They're a masterpiece. They're a literary masterpiece. They're incredible. I'm gonna finish up this grinding in the gym because this is going on a bit long, and I should be good in this gym. It's a ground dark type, a ground water type, and a ground steel type, and I've got a water type, a grass type, and a fighting type. Plus, you're gonna be bulky once you evolve. I heard here, and Crocodile is there for moral support, I guess. I think I'll do good against Clay. But yeah, I love the Homestuck Epilogues, and it sucks, or maybe it's for the best because I got a good video out of it. But it sucks that I didn't read them for so long because they're good. Homestuck 2 isn't. Homestuck Beyond Canon is a return to form almost. And of all the fan endings I've written, like I'm gonna put them in a tier list in this video. Should I spoil which one the best is? No, I won't spoil that. Although I will say, I fucking love burning down the house after rereading it for this video. It's even better on the second read. It's such a good fucking comic. I adore burning down the house. Because, like I talked about this, I'm going to talk about this in that 7-hour video that's eventually going to come out. I respect the epilogues because they're about something. They have a very clear idea. By the way, there was some, like, Team Plasma stuff actually encountered while I was cleaning up the items in town. Doesn't matter. Like, the epilogues have a very clear thing they're about, and they have this core to the story, this core emotional beat they're trying to get across, and it's a very good written. Especially, I think in general they're well written, but especially Dirk and John, these characters that they focus on, are well written. And I think similarly, Burning Down the House, it's so good because it focuses on Jane and Terezi and this void in everyone's lives, this haunting of the narrative left by Vriska. It's about Jane figuring out who she wants to be as a person and moving past her childhood, and it's about Terezi trying and failing to move on until she finds someone who relates to her. Like, they're just such a good fucking ending. And they have an open bound I actually enjoyed. And I don't enjoy open bounds. I fucking hate all the open bounds in the original Homestuck. I don't like open bounds very much. I think they're just a chore to get through. But I enjoyed the Burning Down the House one, where you play card games against Jack and Dance Dance Revolution, and Dave Sprite fucking dies. And those are the 3 things that have to happen to open Terezi's psychic barrier. Forgot to turn the heater off, so now there's background noise. I'll be back in a minute. Don't die when I'm gone, Pokemon. Better not have gone to crit as I was stepping away. Yeah, is that... Nope, you killed it. Good. Maybe I should turn off animations to make this go faster. I don't know. And good. Now we got a Stoutland. Now we got a big, tough dog that's gonna help me fight these ground types. And now I can work on training the other ones up. Last weekend I went up and I visited my dad's side of the family, talked to them, and I always forget how much I enjoy that. I didn't get to go last year because I had to work, but I did this year, and it was very nice just seeing my family and like just this big party with like 20 people. And at the start, I actually don't like it that much when it's just so many people and it's overwhelming and I don't know what to talk. But towards the end, and there's only a few people still awake and just sitting at the table, drinking and talking about dumb shit with my dad and my uncle and my cousins, and that's just real fun. Enjoy that every year. Thus ends the Christmas season. It's all over now. On the way back, I watched through and finished Squid Game Season 2. It's good. I enjoy Squid Game. It's a good show. And yes, we can talk about the it's a show that's critical of capitalism that's been captured by capitalism and like fucking Mr. Beast and blah, blah, blah. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say this is a really well-made show and it's good. In part, it's good because its anti-capitalist messages are, like, really relatable to all of us who have to deal with this shit. But also, it's just a really well-made show with good writing and good acting and well-developed characters, you know? I like death games. I think they're a fun story concept. There's well-written characters. There's great acting. I don't know any of the actor names, but they do a good job. And it's a good season, and I forget her name, 120, the, like, transgender woman, former soldier, is the best character ever. Actually, no, not gonna say anything else, don't want to spoil it. Also, like, Marine, old best friend, and some interesting stuff for Frontman this season. Jihoon's great as always. And Thanos, the villain is Thanos. He's a rapper and crypto guy named Thanos. It's great. He's a fun villain. He's just an asshole. I don't remember how this gym puzzle goes. I think not that way, but it's actually good because I could use a little bit more experience for my Lilligant before I kick this cowboy's ass. Okay. I'm also still working my way through later season Simpsons. I've just finished season 25, and like it was overall just kind of that's a later average quality later Simpsons season, but it towards the end got this fucking Lego episode, which is one of the best fucking Simpson episodes since the end of the Golden Age. This is probably the best episode since the end of the Scully era. Like, that was such a good episode. I forget the actual one. The one where Homer's Lego and eventually he realizes, oh wait, this is a dream and I need to break out of it to get back to my family. And oh no, comic book guys, the main villain. Like, that was a great episode. There's also an episode that season where comic book guy gets like a manic pixie dream girl girlfriend, and that episode fucking sucks. And Jesus Christ, was that just like a thing? Like, how is that still a thing? Like, by 25, so that by 2014, I think, what was that just still a thing? Asian talk like this. Like, what the fuck? Like, I shouldn't even fucking done that. Why do they still do that so long into The Simpsons? Like, it's not even a good fucking joke. Like, I said this fucking years ago at this point when I was ranting about Team America World Police, and that video that is so fucking bad. It's my first really long video essay, and it wasn't very good. But just making fun of the, haha, Asians, L's and R's, that's so funny. This joke you stole from Breakfast at Tiffany's. Man, Matt Parker and Trey Stone, that's not their fucking names. They're these brilliant, innovative comedians who are just lazily recycling jokes from Breakfast at Tiffany's, which we all know, all of us young people know and love and appreciate Breakfast at Tiffany's. Get it? Because it had the great joke where people have accents? Aren't they so weird and different? Ha ha ha. God, I fucking hate the, like, stereotypical accent thing. And like comic book guy's girlfriend, I don't fucking give a shit about this boring ass, like, racist ass stereotype. Like, oh, she's the anime girl and she likes comic book guy because he's nerd and good. And like, oh, if that's his stuffy, like, I don't give a shit. The Miyazaki sequence was nice, but also that's the fucking problem with The Simpsons is they know like 3 things per country, and they'll do a whole episode where they go to a country and it's just those things over and over again, and it's just I don't fucking like it. There's no real appreciation or respect for anyone. It's just like, I know 2 things about this. So in Brazil they have soccer and don't speak English. So that's our Brazil episode. They go to Brazil and there's soccer and they don't speak English. And it's the sad thing is that was actually a pretty good one. But not the first Brazil episode. The first Brazil episode fucking sucked. But the second one where Homer becomes a ref was actually decent. But like, it's just lame. I really hate every fucking Simpsons travel episode. Just like lazy ass stereotype jokes with they're racist, but B, they aren't very funny. Like a lot of people like defend like the lamest, most mediocre. Oh, I forgot to evolve you. Comedians on the planet who just rely on just fucking bigotry as an excuse. And yeah, it's bad because it's bigotry, but also a lot of the time it's just fucking lazy bottom of the barrel shit that a million people have done before. I forgot to download a Stoutland image. Hold on. Like it isn't just that fucking Dave Chappelle is like transphobic. It's that all of his transphobia, to give him as an example, is stolen from Ricky Gervais, who stole it from South Park, who stole it from probably fucking something. I don't know. It's like you're not just being racist. You're being lazy and stealing jokes. And I thought when Amy Schumer did that made her the devil. Actually, the problem people have with Amy Schumer is that she's a fat woman who talks about her sexuality, and that's not why they should have a problem with Amy Schumer. They should have a problem with her because she's a fucking rapist. Like, hey, Amy Schumer? Like, she's like publicly talked about like how, oh, I used to get men drunk, so drunk they were passed out, so I could force them to have sex with me because they wouldn't otherwise. Tee, this is feminist and empowering for me as a fat woman because I rape these men. Like, what the fuck? How has she not been canceled? Then again, cancel culture's not really a thing that works. Like, it's very much vibes and popularity based. There are much worse people out there who have had careers go completely unaffected, and that's not to say that like genuinely bad people who have their careers fucked up don't deserve it. It's just, I mean, it's inconsistent, and also it's not a real fucking problem. You fucking whining ass conservative babies. Like, actually, it's fine if people don't like an actor or want to watch their movies because they're a rapist. I think that's completely understandable. Wait. I did the puzzle wrong. Oh, what else do I have on my notes of things to talk about? Oh, if you're curious about my tooth pain, because I bitched about it last time, the good news is it's gone. It just fucking disappeared randomly. So now I feel like I'm crazy. I still have a dentist appointment. I'm still going to get this shit checked out. But yay, my tooth. I'm not in agonizing pain anymore. It's probably going to come back. Like, wisdom teeth don't stop coming out just because it's been a few days. So, that'll be fun to deal with. My teeth. Anyway, talk time over. It's fight time now. So I'm still watching Breaking Bad, and Fly is a good episode. I understand why people don't like it, because it just, the pacing is gone now. Wow, that's slowing down to a crawl when things are building for this deep, introspective bottle episode that, I mean, it exists because they have budget problems. It's not like it exists because there was this big creative idea behind it, but they made a good episode out of it anyway, and Fly is such a good fucking episode. Just, it's held up entirely by this monologue from Walt about how he lived too long, and like the odds of meeting Jane's father, which actually not that small odds if you think about it, because they're in the same fucking area for the same reason. Whatever, that's not the point. I did actually look it up. Wake Up Slap does more damage to Excadrill than Low Kick because Excadrill isn't that heavy. Surprisingly. And I gave my Eviolite to Girder when I took it off of Herdier because I expected this fight. Good thing that Slash didn't have a crit with its enhanced crit chance. Good. But yeah, Fly's just such a good fucking episode. I like it. And Jesse's a weird fucking character in season 3 because he's like, I'm gonna be the big badass drug lord. I'm gonna be the new Heisenberg. And he just acts like a fucking moron the whole season and nothing works out for him. And then at the end, he's forced to kill someone and like, oh, my declaration at the start of the season that I know who I am, I'm the bad guy. Turns out, no, I'm not the bad guy, or at least I don't want to be. This has destroyed me emotionally. I regret this so much. I killed that dog. It's a good show. Breaking Bad's a good show, which is a hot take that I'm sure I'm the first one to ever make, that Breaking Bad is a good show. This pit is so fucking... Hey, this pit is so fucking deep, but did you see those dinosaur bones? You have a fucking dinosaur skeleton, Clay, and you're not digging it up? You're a fucking dumb mine owner, Clay. That's so valuable. Do you know how much Lenora would pay for those dinosaur bones, Clay? You moron. I guess I'm going to end that here with calling Clay a moron because of his dinosaur bones, and also his mine is so fucking deep. Why do you need that deep of a mine, Clay? What are you digging for? Hell? Are you trying to dig into hell? Are you trying to dig into the Pokemon version of hell where Giratina is? Because I've been to the Pokemon version of hell. I've been to the Distortion world, and it just sucks. It's a shitty to mention that, wow, this is so cool looking on your first playthrough, and wow, this is a chore to get through on every subsequent playthrough, and this is over now.